Yeah, so we're, like, if I hold it, we're going to end the game, and if I don't hold it, we're going to end the game, and we're just going to talk about it either way. It's just so that, because I've been getting cheesed a lot on ladder, and I haven't been, one, recognizing it, and two, I'm even worse at knowing what to do. Like, I'll sometimes recognize it and just not know what to build, so we're just kind of working on that a bit today.
I'm alternating between Zerg and Terran Tiguan.
That'll cost more minerals than we have. We don't have enough minerals.
Yeah, you can spectate T1. That's totally fine.
I don't know Zerg builds though.
This is just him using that he has a higher power level than me to be able to cheese me. Like Twitch chat was impressed by the speed at which that cheese was executed, right? But it wasn't even Hjax like knowing a super elegant version of it. It was just like mechanics, right?
No, I mined 100 gas. I built a layer before speed. I built a Roshorn when the layer was halfway done. I built a Nidus when the layer was done. And I just made a bunch of queens, and then I attacked. It worked.
Circuit, you gotta tell him that secretly. We don't want me to know. We don't want me to know your plan. You guys could totally suggest mean tricks for him to play on me. Okay, Proxy Hjax, Panic Basket.
What else?
Gas. There's a gas. And,
A gas?
there's two gases. Sorry, I was thinking about building. That means it's a tech rush.
Yes.
Should I?
I'm not gonna just build a Reaper and go home and expand.
Right. Should I have made a Zealot? I didn't. I chose not to.
Sometimes people will still build a Reaper with this build, so you probably should.
Okay.
So, what should you be doing right now?
Making stalkers and shield batteries.
And?
Chrono boosting them?
No.
Scouting.
Yes. What do you want to do? Scout.
What?
What's the goal of the scout?
To figure out what you're doing?
And?
Kill your production.
No.
I don't know.
Where? Where is the proxy? I could have just built it on my third base, which people do.
Well, why do I care where it is?
Because if it's on my side of the map, I'm not going to commit with it.
Okay, makes sense.
Construct additional pylons.
Oh god.
I think we need more pylons.
We are one with the shadows. For the reckoning. Very wide.
Ah, I'm attacking the plate.
Intriguing. Cold is the void. I serve. I am the heart of
Oh,
darkness.
I made a mistake. A fun mistake.
You require my skill.
See what it is later.
I am here in the shadows.
I'm better with Terran than Zerg.
Still haven't found the damn proxy.
Kind of depressing, because it's literally sitting outside your natural.
We're done with the research.
2 feet away from your base.
Seems more pylons are required.
Okay.
Let our enemy know our fury. The void hungers. I am here in the shadows.
One of our pylons is under enemy fire.
I am here in the shadows. We are one in the shadows.
Our base is under attack.
Here in the shadows. It shall be as you say. For the reckoning.
Construct additional pylons.
GG.
I think you weren't dead, and then you took some bad fights with your stalkers.
Yeah, so,
More pylons.
with that, I couldn't figure out whether or not to kill the SCVs.
I mean, you can. If I'm repairing a lot, it's probably better to. But don't chase through cyclones to kill them, you know?
Yeah.
Hit them when they're in range, and otherwise ignore them.
It was really hard.
So if you look at your third base, you'll see the mistake I made, which is I meant to proxy a starport and I built a second barracks. So I wanted to have a much quicker Banshee than I ended up having, but I was going to make a Banshee.
Gotcha. But it's not in the game currently, right?
No, because the game ended.
Okay, makes sense. But the Banshee follow-up would have gotten me, though.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Yeah. Because I was thinking, oh, Immortal. I want an Immortal really bad. So another thing that I didn't know, and I feel dumb for not knowing, is like, I didn't know how committed you were, and I didn't know whether I needed to expand or not. And it feels really hard to know that.
And that's why I wanted you to try to find my proxy.
Yeah. I sent my probe on a big path, like I have a lot of vision of the map.
That you missed. Look at where my factory is. It's so close. You never saw it, but it's so close. Like you can't give me an excuse for not finding that, right?
Yeah.
Like we just need to improve our scouting pattern here. Because something that close needs to be found.
Okay. Yeah, let's talk about what we can change. So all right, so
breadth first search starting from your main.
that's a good way to put it. So I'm backing up the replay to where my probe comes in, and I say panic basket. It's right now. All right, raise your panic basket in the chat.
I would, upon seeing no barracks, I immediately just pull a probe and just send it around my base, or around my natural third, fourth.
Yeah. Okay. So I pull a probe. Conveniently, I have one that's on its way to make my natural, right? So now the probe has to choose left or right, right? And when you say breadth first search, it's actually kind of interesting because with one probe, that means I go and I check my third. And then I go from that third and check my other third.
Yep, that's what I would do.
And then so I guess I could go.
And then I pick after I expand to after I check the two closest bases, I just whichever side I check last, I just check further in that direction for a while.
So it's actually not breadth first, right?
It's pretty breadth first, at least for the first 3 bases.
What I would say is it's depth first search with a look the other way added onto the algorithm. So it's like I'm going to scout this way, right? I'm going to scout the right half of the map, but I've got to look left first in my algorithm, and then I depth first.
You don't need to check the entire right half of the map, right? So I'd probably check my natural first, right? Mm-hmm. And then I would check the vertical base, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I would check the close by air third.
Okay.
And then I would probably check the base near the close by air third.
Mm-hmm.
And up until this point, we've done breadth first search, right?
Correct. Agree.
More or less.
Yes.
And then after I've checked all that, I just accept that there are proxies somewhere that I'm not going to find.
Interesting.
And then I go home.
So you completely give up on ever finding it at that point?
I mean, My probe's gonna find units before it finds the proxy.
Mm.
Like, if I haven't found the proxy and it's that late in the game, I'm gonna find out very soon when the units get to my base. You know?
Okay. And so we care about finding the proxy to discern how committed opponent is.
And
Right.
what units they're making. For instance, against Cyclones, you might want a faster robo. Why? Because I have to wait for my reactor to build, and it's not going to hit as fast as Marines, right? So you can afford to build a robo. And Immortals are great against Cyclones.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I built Stalkers because I had Stalkers in my head.
From the Marines.
From the Marines, yeah.
But you have to pick your tool, right? Like, the Stalkers are correct against Marines, but they're not correct against Cyclones. You can hold with Stalkers, it's just hard.
Okay. Stalkers are still the right choice, like, if I've got extra money besides Immortals, though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, Zealots and Adepts aren't going to do anything, so...
Right, yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. I'm trying to just make sure I don't have any other questions about this. Oh, I did have one more. So, when you say scout the natural, I need to sweep behind my mineral line too, right? Because people are hiding stuff back there sometimes.
I mean, it's not common for people to do that, but especially in PvP. It's far more common in PvP than in PvT.
Mhm.
And the reason for that is because in PvP you can't kill the SCV. Right? So they can build the proxy in a more aggressive location without worrying about you finding it too early and shutting it down by killing the worker.
Okay.
But Terrans usually aren't ballsy enough to put it there, but Protoss players are.
I've seen it once or twice. The one I remember, the Terran was a Bjorn fan. They're like, yeah, I learned this from Bjorn's stream. It's like super good.
There's a few pros who are so next level that they abuse what I just said and put it there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can abuse that people don't check there because it's bad to put it there, and then you put it there and no one checks there and you win. But if you do it too much, then the Nash equilibrium becomes to check there, and then it's bad again.
Right. Okay. Okay. So maybe I don't need to worry about it too much. Is the takeaway?
Yeah, but so basically, Protosses are far more likely to put something there than Terran is the main thing you should think about. But checking there is never bad.
Okay. Cool.